This is A World on Purpose.
A purposeful life is the most important kind and the most valuable kind of life.
Every choice that we make makes a difference, for better or worse.
I loved walking in a village and seeing the before and after.
This is the podcast dedicated to those humans choosing to live larger by working for the greater good. And these are their stories. Stories of hope and of true change that come from living on purpose.
What if you were to suddenly say there are no challenges, there are only opportunities?
Regardless of where you come from, your financial identity should determine where you end up in life.
I'm your host, Alyssa Fisher-Harris, and my hope is that my inspiring guests will take you on an introspective journey that helps you tap into your own pivot to purpose, bringing greater meaning to your life. Welcome to A World on Purpose. Hello, and thank you for joining me in my new podcast adventure, A World on Purpose. It's here that you'll learn about the extraordinary humans that had pivots to purpose, or what I call that aha moment when they realized that their true calling was dedicating their lives, resources, and networks to purposeful action that would drive tangible change in the world. I'm your host, Alyssa Fisher-Harris, and I created this show in my mind a few years ago, but it's this year of 2020, a year plagued with so much uncertainty, loss, and hopelessness, that I decided to pull the trigger and bring this show into reality. Because to me, 2020 feels like a year when humanity more than ever needs inspiration in order to renew hope and to find deeper meaning by doing something really larger than themselves. I've been living my life on purpose ever since I can remember, always doing something to support, empower, or advance work that lifted up others in need. Choosing to live my life on purpose didn't just give me meaning, it made me resilient, it brought me joy, and ultimately it healed my soul. A soul that experienced its own fair share of adversity. I did this in my personal life, and eventually it dovetailed into my professional life, leading to a career where I get to strategize and implement purpose-related initiatives that make a difference in the lives of global citizens and our planet every day. But I had my first real pivot to purpose in 2002, when I channeled my deep passion for the environment into advocacy of one of the most impactful environmental NGOs in the world today, called 1% for the Planet, which was co-founded by owner of a Patagonia clothing company, Yvon Chouinard. 1% for the Planet is based on the principles that Yvon has always incorporated into Patagonia. His innate understanding of how business can be both successful and do good at the same time underpinned this bright new idea of his. So I was honored to be asked by Yvon and his group to attend his initial presentation and bring brands that I thought might want to think outside the box on how they do business. So naturally, for me, I brought the parents of my late husband, Ren and Marilyn Harris, whom I am blessed to still be close to all these years and who own a fantastic Napa Valley winery called Paradigm. They both already cared deeply about the planet with their eco-friendly farming practices and environmental stewardship, so to me, it seemed a good fit. That small gathering of initial invitees led Paradigm to become one of the first 10 1% for the Planet brands to make that pledge, and they have been a committed legacy brand ever since. It's been a joy to witness how Paradigm's participation in 1% for the Planet has enriched the lives of my in-laws and the whole Paradigm family, and to see the positive impact it made both on the brand and the causes that Paradigm cared about. I too have been involved with 1% for the Planet ever since, which has been a very meaningful experience for me. So it is with great honor, excitement, and serendipity that my first guest on A World on Purpose is the 1% for the Planet's powerhouse CEO, Kate Williams. In this first show series, you'll get to hear Kate's fascinating pivot to purpose origin story, the remarkable evolution of 1% for the Planet, and you'll learn how their far-reaching organization's mission has been super impactful for the planet. I think you'll find this first series with Kate electrifying and inspiring. But before we jump into Kate's interview, I'd like to take a moment to dedicate this first series to my in-laws, Ren and Marilyn, whose meaningful choice to step up and align their profit with their purpose can be a powerful example that brands can learn from and follow. I also dedicate this first series to my late husband, Ren, who would be so proud of the good work that his family's pledge has done for the planet that he loved so much. So let's get started. Thank you for taking this journey into A World on Purpose with our incredible guests. To learn more about our amazing guests and their inspiring purpose-driven work, please go to aworldonpurpose.com. Don't forget to look at our call to action of the week to mobilize your desire for purpose into action. A World on Purpose can be found on Apple Podcasts and all the major podcast platforms, and the video version can be found on YouTube. If what you heard today inspires you, please write a review and like and share on the platform of your choice. We'd love to also hear from you and learn your pivot to purpose and the meaningful work that you do that lifts humanity. Send your stories to info@aworldonpurpose.com. I'd like to thank our World on Purpose team for making this show a reality. Once again, I'm your host, Alyssa Fisher-Harris. Thank you for tuning in to A World on Purpose. I look forward to seeing you soon.